All right, I'm back. I guess it was my internet. I don't know what's going on here. Today, actually, it went down while I was on a client call. Um, I mean, it's Colombia. I literally have probably the best internet you can have, or one of the best internets you can have in the country. Um, and it's supposed to be a dedicated fiber optic line, but obviously, again, it is Colombia. Yeah, I mean, I guess it works well for being, Colombia and being a third world country. So you got to expect that there's going to be hiccups. But one day I'll just be connected directly to the pipeline in the ocean for the internet, where I never go down because I also play video games, man, and I hate when the connection goes down and you know while I'm playing video games online. But yeah, let me just double check the sound as well. Oh, it's so annoying. That means I'm gonna have to start over again. Good thing I was only on the first slide. Good thing I was only on the first slide. Oh, I've got to update this. This. Where is it? There it is. Okay. There and there. I got the titles all right. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Darn it. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's the internet. The internet went down. So I'll get started with the presentation again. A good thing I was only on the first slide. So it's not like I was too far into it. That would suck if I was like halfway into it and then it went down. Let's see. This one. Delete this. I got to delete the old video. That's the problem with the going live, is that anything can go wrong, I guess. Anything and everything will go wrong. Yeah, all right, so we're back. All right, so I'll just get started again with this presentation. Good thing I was just on the first slide and not, on the third slide. Welcome to Life Hacks with Andrew. I'm Andrew Messia. Today we're going to talk about the 3 ways to get a client fast. When I was broke, I needed money and I needed to get clients immediately. I didn't have time or money to build up my little portfolio, optimize and make my website beautiful, and market my business and wait for the phone to ring. So today I'm going to go over how I went about getting paying clients quickly. 15 years ago when I started and I was broke, I needed to get clients yesterday. As many of you know, I'm not a college graduate. I graduated from the California State prison system in 2005, and I didn't have any, and I don't have any corporate sales training or experience. I learned how to sell shit on the street, working for a multi-level marketing company where we sold fake perfume on the street. I had to learn how to do it, and I had to learn how to teach people how to do it. I had to learn how to teach people how to do it as well, build my own team, make commission off their sales, etc. So multi-level marketing and network marketing was the best schooling for me. To this day, I use what I learned in multi-level marketing and network marketing in my own business. These strategies can work across any industry or any niche. Today, I own a 7-digit digital marketing agency that caters to drug and alcohol rehab centers in the United States. We work for multi-million-dollar clients, and we help them get more clients. This is how I got started. Let's get to number 1. Work with FFA.C. FFA.C is friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. If you're going to become a successful entrepreneur, you have to make money now. You have no time to be afraid to approach people with your services. Friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues are the easiest people to approach because you already know them. Sure, you may feel a little shy at first, but once you approach your first, it gets a lot easier. Approaching strangers with your services or products may be difficult for you, so start with friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a list of 20 people you know that may benefit from your product or service. For me, it was digital marketing. creating websites, optimizing them, etc. And then you approach them. So how do you approach it? This is how I did it. And you can do this for pretty much any service and or product. I knew how to make websites and optimize them for search engines. So this is what I did. Number one, you've got to be prepared. Before you reach out to your uncle or your aunt that has a small business or medium-sized business or whatever size business, you want to be prepared. You want to analyze their website. I would analyze their website, take a look at what content they have, what content is working for them already, using any free tool. There's a lot of free data analysis or website analysis tools on the internet. So I would use free tools to analyze and see what keywords they were ranking for. And then, most importantly, check out their competition, because you're going to have to present a problem and a solution for them when you approach them. Even though they're your family members and you think, oh, they'll help me out because they're my family members. No. Just because they're your family members doesn't mean that they're going to give you a handout. You have to tackle a problem and offer a solution. So you have to be prepared. You have to analyze what they have on their website and then tackle the solution. Look at the competition and say, hey, this is what's working for them. I can help you get there or beat them. So don't be embarrassed. If you truly believe in your services and or products, you will not be embarrassed. So be proud of what you do. People can feel that energy. Practice your pitch. Your pitch should tackle 3 things. This is what I learned in network marketing, is that it should tackle how it's going to help them physically, how it's going to help them psychologically, and how it's going to help them financially. With digital marketing, we lean more to the financially, how we're going to help them financially. But we also tackle psychology, how we're going to help them psychologically, how we're going to relieve stress from the person that I'm talking to, which is usually either the CEO, the COO sometimes, or the digital marketing, the chief digital marketing operations manager, or whatever it is. Sometimes I even talk to board members. I've gotten so good at selling our services that board members will reach out to me at this point and say, hey, we just got funded, or I help fund this project for this new treatment center or this new online treatment center or whatever. We need your help, right? So we need, I'm relieving his stress because he's the investor. He has nothing to do with the business, but here's the CEO's number. Go call him or go talk to him. Let me set up a meeting. But I honed my pitch by talking to friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. So what's an example of a bad pitch? Hey, Uncle Jesse, I was wondering if you needed help with your website. I noticed that you have a business and I'm trying to learn how to optimize websites. Do you need help? That's a terrible pitch. Most people will say no. Maybe someone will say yes out of pity, but no one's going to want to work with that. A good pitch is, hey, Uncle Jesse, I noticed that you have a website, abccarrestorations.com. It's not ranking for the keyword car restoration in Las Vegas or whatever city you're in on Google, but the competition's website, Restoration Plus and restorationinventors.com, both of those guys are ranking for those keywords. And on top of that, they're ranking for 100 other keywords that you're not ranking for. Your phone must not be ringing very much, or how are you getting your leads? Would you like to get leads from your website? Because I can help you do that. We can copy what they're doing and do it better. We could do it together. That's a way better pitch than, hey, I was wondering if you need help with your website. You present the problem and then you present the solution and show them how you're going to tackle the solution. For those of you guys watching live, I'm doing a presentation on how to get a client fast. This is how I did it when I got started 15 years ago. Daniel Gomez, Alvi, how you doing? Thank you guys for watching. People on YouTube watching, hello, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. The YouTube page will have this video edited and up in a shorter version, but I am recording live. The next step after you approach and your uncle, aunt, colleague, friend showed interest is to close the sale. How do you get them to commit? Well, you're gonna want to get them to obviously eventually you're gonna want to have a contract in place and all that bullshit. But when I was broke, I needed that money now, so I needed to have some sort of hook. And my hook was in the digital marketing space and helping people with search engine optimization and redesigning their website or structuring their website, helping them with content. My hook was like, I need access to your website so that I can take a look at the back end and do a real analysis so that we can beat that competition. So can you make me a user on the back end? What are you using? WordPress. What are you using? WordPress, Wix, Yola, or whatever it is. Can you make me right now? We're sitting right in front of the computer. Make me a user, and I'll log in, and then I'll figure out what we need to do, and then you get to work. That's how you close the deal. By getting access to their website, you have to find a hook. I don't care what your industry is. If you're a brand new entrepreneur and you want to get a client, you have to get some sort of commitment, and usually. My favorite type of commitment is action-based commitment, where they have to create like a user for me on their website and give access to me, to my Gmail account on Google Analytics. And that's like commitment. Once someone gives you access to Google Analytics, it's like, okay, I'm going to do business with this person because I'm seeing everything that's happening on their website on the back end. And then the next time you come back to them, you don't come back with, oh, here's my proposal of what I'm going to do. No, you come back with work done. When I first started, I would go in and optimize meta tags, meta descriptions, like the low-hanging fruit, right? I would realize that, oh, this page has a potential for ranking for car rental Las Vegas, but they don't mention the word car rental Las Vegas in their description or whatever. And I'd optimize that, go down the list of maybe 10 pages, and then I'd come back and say, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Oh, by the way, I already got a head start and did these 10 pages, etc. Show them the work that you've already done. Show them that you can do the work and that you know what it takes to give results, right? Does this mean that you're going to have to work for free? Of course, yes. There's a reason why when you go to the mall, they give you free samples of shit. When you walk by the food court, you get free samples of shit. It's because free samples work. So if you're not willing to invest your time for a better future, then you're not meant for entrepreneurship. You're not meant for business. You're going to have to give something of value in order to gain a lot of money eventually. So free samples work. Come back with information, analysis. I literally, to this day, like I mentioned, we own a 7-digit digital marketing agency that caters to drug and alcohol rehab centers in the United States. We have clients in about 15 different states. And I basically still do free stuff for a new client. When a new client comes to me, or a potential client, I do all the competition analysis, keyword analysis, conversion optimization analysis. I'll even take a look at their sales funnels. Whatever it is I need to do to impress them and say, hey, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you're going to want to pay me $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month to make those pesky Google ads that you're paying $120,000 a month for go away or diminish. So you want to build that trust. You want to build that that belief in them, that belief in you, right? Make them believe that you can do this for them. With it, when you're talking about friends and family, colleagues and acquaintances, it's a lot easier because they already know you and they kind of trust you already, probably. Hopefully your family members trust you. But even if they don't, remember, I came out of jail, so some people didn't trust me. I had to gain that trust. You're going to want to show your stuff, get in the habit of going above and beyond, get in the habit of offering high quality work, get in the habit of trusting yourself and your abilities to win over a potential client. The more you do this, the more belief, and then the ball will start rolling. Number 2, get referrals from your fuck. Get referrals from your friends, family, associates, acquaintances, colleagues. The strongest marketing tool there is out there is word of mouth. My biggest clients have always come from referrals. So, how do you get a referral from your friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues? When I'd approach a friend, family member, or an acquaintance or a colleague, I'd say that, and they'd say no, which happened a lot, especially if you're brand new. The possibility of them saying no is high. Uh, I'd ask them to do me a huge favor. After they'd say no, or maybe I'd do like some analysis for them or even some work, and then they'd say, no, I can't do this right now. This is not my focus. I need to spend more time on different marketing channels. I'd be like, okay, no worries. I'll come back to you later. And I'll let them know I'm going to come back later. But I'd say, I need you to do me a huge favor. I'm building my business. Can you give me the name and phone number of 3 people that you think may benefit from my business? And they already know what you can do because you've already given them a free sample. So they trust that you can do a good job. It wasn't in the cards for them at the moment, etc. Most people will say yes. And try to get it right then and there. I always try to get it as soon as possible. The beauty of asking for referrals is that it can go beyond your friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. What I learned in network marketing is that you don't have to approach people that own businesses to get a referral. You could approach anybody. It could be someone that just has a regular job wherever. Most people know someone that owns a business. So you can ask anybody for a referral. Tell your friends, family, acquaintances that you'll give them a referral fee if you close a deal. That was the easiest way for me. To this day, I work with one person out of Los Angeles that for the last 10 years has been bringing me clients, and it's a side hustle for him. And obviously it's brought me a lot of money over the last 10 years. And he continues to do that. So much so, well, he's now a marketing person for law firms, but so much so that he made it his career and moved into that space. But he still brings me clients because he goes to a lot of law trade shows. He does marketing for law firms. So whenever he goes to a trade show or whatever representing his law firm, he gathers information and tells them, oh, by the way, where's your website? And he looks at him and is like, oh, I got someone for you. Someone that created our website. And he's worked with my clients. And then he shows them that. And it's like, yeah, personal injury attorney in Las Vegas? Sure. Would you like to rank number 1 for that? Or are you happy paying Google ads? That's a great pitch, by the way. Are you happy paying Google ads? Is that your only avenue of digital marketing? Most people will say no, because if you know anything about Google ads, is that they can be very expensive and at times not perform very well. So tell your friends, family, acquaintances that you'll give them money if you close a deal. They don't have to close anything. Just give me the name and number and I'll give you money. Whether it's 10% referral fee, 20% if they're going to do some of the work, whatever it is, come up with a deal. And then you contact the referral. And again, when you contact the referral, you're going to want to be prepared. You're going to want, if you're doing digital marketing like I am, I analyze the website, take a look at the content, do keyword research, competition analysis, etc. And then you practice your pitch. Hi, my name is Andrew Messia. I'm Sam's cousin. You know Sam, the owner of abccarrestorations.com. He gave me your number because he thought you may need my help. Right then and there, you've got their attention. It's like, wait a minute, Sam, I know Sam. He thinks I need your help. Well, what do you do? Or how can you help me? Or is that so? How so? Sometimes people are like, oh, I smell a pitch coming. So they're like, well, how so? Especially if they're a business owner. Well, your pitch has to be better than their skepticism. I help websites get more traffic in order to get more clients and remove Google ads. I noticed that your site hasn't been updated for a while and it's not ranking for these money keywords like ABC restorations or restorations in Las Vegas or whatever it is. Or sell my house fast, whatever industry they're in, whatever research you did. Would this be something you'd like to rank number 1 for? Make it a yes question, right? The answer should always be yes to your questions that you're making in your pitch. Would you like to rank number 1 for sell your house fast in Portland? Oh, okay, well, this is what we can do. Boom, and start closing. Start closing right away. Tell them that, as you're showing them what you can do, tell them that you need access to their back end. And then and then these people you're going to want to charge. Because they're going to ask. They don't know you like your family. They're not going to trust that you're going to do some work and then they could pay you later. You're going to tell them, well, this is what I charge. I charge $1,000 and I take 50% up front and 50% at the end of the month. I take payments on PayPal or Venmo or cash. Which one do you prefer? Right? Make them answer that question right away. And then you start, and then you get to work, right? And these people, typically the people that you work for free for or for very little at the beginning are going to be your best testimonials because you're going to help them make money for less. That's how I started. Again, not everybody starts like this. I understand that this doesn't work for everyone. It's worked for me for the past 15 years and it continues to work for me now. Slide number 3, approach 100 strangers. And I put 100 because I don't want to intimidate you, but I did 1,000. If you approach 100 strangers, you're going to make 3 to 5 sales eventually. Sales is a numbers game. If you're a brand new freelancer, you're going to have to make up for what you lack in experience with heart, dedication, commitment. You're going to have to pitch 100 people. And I'm not talking about 100 people in the month. I'm talking about like 100 people either today or this week, depending on what you're selling. When I was selling perfume, I would try to approach 200 people that day because I knew that I was going to sell 10 to 20 bottles of perfume at $25 each. And if I could teach someone to do that, then I'm going to be making off that $25 about $5 from their each bottle. So it's a numbers game. Whatever your service is, go find a potential client and do some work for free. So for example, if I were let's say I'm a graphic artist. This is a great example actually, and I saw it online. If I'm a graphic artist, I would look on YouTube. First, I would figure out what needs to be done in order to create a good thumbnail for a video on YouTube, because I go on YouTube a lot. Obviously, I stream on YouTube. I watch YouTube, especially video game stuff, inspirational stuff. And there are so many channels, for example, like my channel. If you go on my YouTube channel, you're going to see under the live videos that 95% of those videos don't have a thumbnail. So I'd go to a person like myself and say, hey, I'm a graphic artist and I made a thumbnail for one of your clips or for one of your videos. Here it is. Send it to me. I'd be like, yo, make me 90 of those because I need to put them up because I know the value of a thumbnail on YouTube. I think it's like 90% click-through rate as opposed to not having a thumbnail on a video. So I would say if someone had that initiative with me, I would say, yeah, I mean, obviously it'd have to be good, but if you're a graphic artist and you studied at least a little bit, you took a little tutorial on YouTube on what is required for a good thumbnail, video thumbnail, and then you sent it to 100 people, 100 YouTube guys or girls that are making videos that don't have thumbnails, I guarantee you're going to get a client. You're going to get a client, they're going to pay you. So you're going to have to put in the work and you're going to have to pitch many, many people. This is after you've exhausted your friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. You're fuck. If you're a young person, when I started, when I took like my first HTML class at the community college after I got out of jail when I was 25 years old, I'd go to the neighboring, and again, this was quite a bit ago when I was 25. I'm 41 now. When I was 25, obviously we didn't have LinkedIn. I think Craigslist was around, but it wasn't like a big thing, and I wasn't using it much. So I would go door to door, offering my services of creating a website. I never created a website. So I'd go door to door, and this was my pitch. I'd say, hi, I'm Andrew. I'm a student at the community college here learning HTML, and I know how to build websites now. I'm making websites to build up my portfolio, so I'm doing a great job at half of the price of what any agency will do. I noticed that your website sucks, not in those words. I noticed that your website's not very good, and this isn't working, and that's not working. This is how I can fix it right now. I mean, if you just give me access, I can help you fix it right now. I'll do it free of charge. That's how I started my career fixing websites and doing digital marketing for people. It was basically going door to door. And again, I'd have a target. I'd have to hit 100 people, and I knew that I would get 3 to 5 yeses. Nowadays, I do something for free for clients all the time, for potential clients all the time. 10 years ago, when I was still hustling, I would do it via email marketing. I would send 1,000 emails a day using Send Blaster, and you could still do this. I would get emails from the Chamber of Commerce of all the new businesses and the owners' email addresses, because they sell those. When you apply with the Chamber of Commerce, you're basically applying to give your information out for free. You could buy that from the Chamber of Commerce, and then you could blast out emails, and they were cold emails. They were spam, basically, and the email would read something like, hey, I've got a client for you. And then they'd open it and be pissed off because I don't have a client. But out of 1,000, I would close between 5 to 10. And obviously there were small clients. They were, $500 client, $200 client, $300 client, $100 client. But I was going, again, what I lacked for in experience, I was making up for in heart, commitment, desire, and dedication. Nowadays, when I come across a potentially new client, I give free shit, competition analysis again, keyword analysis, etc., in order to close them. So when you pitch strangers, you're going to want to close them by telling them that work needs to be done and how much you charge, obviously. You tell them what you charge. I charge 50% up front and then 50% at the end of the month. And then I tell them how I charge. And obviously nowadays we have a contract and everything written up. So in conclusion, first of all, thank you guys for watching. In conclusion, actually before the conclusion, let me give you a real example of what's happened recently. And it's actually amazing. So I have a friend in Portland. He's in Portland, Oregon, and he's a real estate investor. He learned 3 years ago, he started on a course. He's a younger guy. He's younger than me. He's like 28. And he started a course on how to purchase properties through creative financing, wholesaling, fixing and flipping. So he's a real estate investor, and he has this company, which he started 3 years ago. He took a course, and through that course, he was referred to a platform that makes websites for these type of investors. They're all over the place. And obviously he had it made, and it comes with it was basically a generic website with, sell your house fast. And this is our steps. Basically that company provides all this text and stuff. And then you're supposed to go in there and make it original. But obviously he knows nothing about digital marketing, so he hadn't done anything. We went to Mexico to watch Formula One together. We met up in Mexico City, and he's like, yeah, I started this business and it's taking off, man. We're doing the traditional marketing, which is like the snail mail, sending out mailers to people that are behind on their mortgages. If they've got a second property and tenants and the tenants aren't paying, we're sending them mail saying that, we buy houses for cash. And that's really working because the market's hot right now, but our website sucks. And I don't have money to pay you because I know you do search engine optimization, but I'd love to do it. So can you teach me how to do it? I'm like, no, I can't. I have no time. You know what I'll do? I'll do it for free. So he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, well, let's work out a deal. Anything that comes out through the website, you give me 20%. And we've been doing that. Last year, we made $20,000. Literally on that side hustle, I made $20,000 because that's a side hustle for me. So much so, and we've had so much success with him, that his mentor that taught him, where he went to go take the course, contacted me about 2 months ago saying, hey, Andrew, I noticed what you're doing for Scott. Can you do it for my websites? Because he's in 3 different territories. He's in Florida, Utah, and I think Arizona. And we're only doing it for Utah right now. But I have the same deal with him. Obviously, I had to get a contract. I don't have a contract with Scott. He's one of my best friends. I know he's not fucking me. And he already has paid me about $20,000. So I didn't need a contract with him. And if we start making over $100,000, I'll be like, okay, Scott, we need to work something out. And obviously it may have to work out better for him because 20% is pretty high for any digital marketing lead. But it's working out for us right now and for him as well because his phone's ringing. He's getting form submissions from the website, etc. And so he's had to actually build out his business and hire employees, etc. So what I'm saying is that you have to be creative, even to this day, where I didn't have to do that with Scott, but it garnered an extra $20,000, and it also garnered his referral to his boss, not his boss, but his mentor, the person that taught him how to do the business. And that person contacted me saying, hey, I've got 3 websites in 3 different territories. Let's do what you're doing with Scott. Same deal. I was like, sure. That guy's already killing it, but he's got like very little digital marketing presence because most people that get into any business that's not digital pretty much don't know much about digital marketing to begin with. So they need help there. That's why I got into digital marketing, because I knew that it was something that I didn't need to go to school for. I could learn on my own, and I can learn while I practice, and I can earn while I practice. Earn while you learn. That was the best thing for me. But whatever your niche or industry is, if you practice these 3 things, approaching friends, family, acquaintances to begin with, if you get referrals from friends, family, acquaintances and pitch them, and then you start pitching strangers, there's a progression. You start with family, friends, acquaintances first. You go from that to their friends, to their network, and then you start you're so confident that you start pitching strangers, and eventually strangers will come to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and got something out of it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Just look for Andrew Messia. And also, I'm going to be putting these on podcast networks, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. It's called Life Hacks with Andrew. Thank you and have a great day. All right, so I stopped recording. All right, so that was pretty good. Barring the interruption of the internet and I had to start over. But I think that was pretty good. Thank you guys for watching live. Luis Miguel Opera. Sorry, Andrew. What is FFAC? FFAC is friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. So when you're a new entrepreneur, for example, when I got started, I had to approach the people in my network, which were my friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. And I reached out to them with my services. I actually worked for a couple of them. And they were my best advocates, though. Even when they said no, they knew who I was. They knew I was hungry. So they were my best advocates. I remember I had I got into the pet hotel business, doing digital marketing for pet hotels, because my mom knew a lady at the church she went to, and my mom said, hey, my son's doing digital marketing. You guys have a pet hotel, don't you? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, well, do you have a website? They're like, no, well, we have a 1-pager. And I was like, okay, well, and my mom's like, well, my son could call you. And my mom is a saleswoman. We were illegal immigrants into the United States. So all we had the opportunity to do, or my parents did when they were 25 years old in 1986, was to sell shit. So they grew up selling shit in the United States. So when I was 25 years old, she had already all this knowledge, and she was teaching me. She was like, go to church, bro. Go to church, Andrew. There's so many clients there. I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to church. But I ended up going, and I actually took out ads at church at one point for the attorney Mark that I was working for. That was actually one avenue. When I started building, when I was 27, 26, I started working for commission for an attorney in Newport Beach. And one of the ways that I got a lot of people to come to his seminars, because I would set up seminars. Again, I learned this from multi-level marketing and network marketing. His services were bankruptcy law and foreclosure law, even estate planning. But right in 2007 was when the market crashed and everyone was losing their house. Their mortgages were blowing up. They were ballooning and they couldn't make the payments anymore. They were going to be taken back by the bank. The bank didn't really want them back, but they were taking shit back, selling them in bulk and all this. So he was an attorney that can help people regain their property, or at least negotiate with the bank, or file bankruptcy so that they don't have to owe these big ass loans, right? So the way that I filled up the office was on weekends, I would set up seminars or a talk where attorney Mark, real estate attorney, is going to talk to you about how to avoid foreclosure. And I would go to churches, especially Hispanic churches, because they were lost. Those people weren't even being helped at all. And on top of that, I would go to all the real estate agents, the real estate agent offices, and say, hey, I'm sure you've got a lot of clients that you sold houses to for $500,000 that are now only worth $100,000 in fucking Riverside, bumfuck Egypt. Tell them all to come to Newport Beach to the office. Mark is going to give a presentation on how to avoid foreclosure. If they can't come, you come, and then I'll go with you to that client's house and help them figure this shit out. Literally, that was how I pounded the pavement. And that tactic still works to this day. Network marketing and multi-level marketing use the whole seminar or meeting presentation tactic for sales all the time. But yeah, so to answer your question, Luis Miguel, FFAC means friends, family, acquaintances, and colleagues. But yeah, approaching people in sales, I think for me, my greatest schooling was network marketing, multi-level marketing, selling shit on the street, coming up an illegal immigrant, having to sell shit at flea markets with my parents. In California, we call them swap meets. Buying shit for wholesale in Los Angeles and then going to Orange County flea markets and selling them for a markup. I mean, just that whole schooling hardened me and made my skin tough, because most people say no. Most people, I mean, if you're coming in to become an entrepreneur or a salesman and you're expecting people to say yes most of the time, you're in the wrong business. Most people will say no, but you start to relish in the no's, because the no's usually mean yes eventually. So yeah, you guys watching this, thank you for tuning in. And I'm doing a live presentation every month, sometimes about business like today, sometimes just inspirational, sometimes just for fun. I also stream video games, which is what I'm going to do right after this. I'm going to eat and start playing video games. Actually, I may go, what time is it? I may go to the gym, although I have an early workout tomorrow, but I do stream video games. You could catch it on my Facebook page, on my gaming Facebook page. Just look up Andrew Macia, or on YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. Have a great evening and have a good